Hello everyone, welcome back, and thank you so much for joining me for your March 2022 Twin Flame Soul Connection forecast. So this is going to be a twin flame reading for those of you on the journey. If it's resonating, definitely comment below, and if not, you can check my channel for other messages you need to hear. And remember, time, energy, and gender are fluid, so reverse roles however they apply, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and tap the notification bell so you can catch future readings. So thank you so much to my lovely subscribers. I appreciate your love and support of the channel. If you're new altogether, definitely subscribe and check the description box below when you do. That way you can also check me out on social media. All my links and everything you'll need to contact me are down below. I love hearing from you guys so much. And also, you guys, I'm coming up on my 2-year anniversary on YouTube in just a couple weeks. I'm really excited about that. It's been a long and crazy journey. If you've been there since the beginning, extra thank you for your love and support. And as you well know, I'm sure those of you who've been around for a long time are probably used to me talking about it, but for those of you who are watching these videos, about the twin flame journey, the main purpose of these videos are for your spiritual growth, okay? So while it's fun to check up on your divine masculine and find out what they're thinking and feeling, the main purpose of the twin flame journey is your spiritual growth, right? Coming back to a place of neutrality and remembering that you're whole and complete with or without this person that's external to you, right? So manifesting that external person is technically counterproductive. What you should be doing is manifesting you, manifesting your own happiness, manifesting your own completion, okay? Focusing on you, focusing on loving yourself, and focusing on your own journey to ascension, okay? So whether you resonate with the divine masculine message or the divine feminine message, remember that these roles can reverse many times throughout the journey. What's important is that you continue to strive for your own ascension, okay? Come to that place of peace within yourself and remember that you have never not been in union, all right? So let's see what's going on for the month of March within the divine masculine and the divine feminine at this time. So let's start with the sacred geometry oracle, as I like to do. And please bear with me, you guys. I've actually been dealing with a little bit of a cold. I was actually coming pretty close to skipping this reading altogether, but at the last second, my cold kind of let up, so took it as a sign. Do the reading. So what does Spirit have to say about the divine masculine and divine feminine at this time? Oop. So for the masculine, we have transition. The frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of the ever-changing nature of existence and our lives, so that we can learn to let go, surrender to the process, and allow transition to occur with ease and grace. So something is happening this month for the masculine, and it's requiring them to let go of something gracefully, okay? Maybe something that they've been holding on to and refusing to let go of. And I think it's kind of ironic considering that we are preparing to enter into a new moon cycle in the next couple of days. Now is that time, right? That final let go period before we start to manifest something new. So transitioning into a new period right before this Pisces New Moon, it's kind of an auspicious time. So talking about change entering our lives, learning to let go and surrendering to the process. Interesting. For the feminine, magic. I love this. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment to move toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestations. Wow, you guys, this is beautiful energy. And that's exactly what this new moon in Pisces is all about. It's about dreaming our dream into existence, making magic happen. Okay? So, feminine is about to create magic, believing in it, making it happen. Lots of purple energy, connecting to the third eye chakra. Lots of purple and pink, third eye and crown chakra energy. So quite literally connecting to our intuition and the divine. Expanding beyond this moment and moving towards possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. So going beyond the scope of our perceptions. And that makes me think about something that I was talking about with a friend earlier today. And this might be a little bit deep. So just bear with me, okay? And we were talking about God earlier. We were talking about like Christ consciousness. And we were talking about God. And we were talking about church. And we were talking about tarot. And there was a conversation that came up. And there was a conversation that occurred in church about tarot. And there was a little bit of a struggle about the concept of tarot in the church. And typically, tarot is frowned upon in the church based upon concepts within the Bible. And a remark that I had made was that sometimes people can only understand God within the scope of what they were taught. But that doesn't mean that God stops there, right? It's the same concept here. We're being asked to grow and expand beyond the possibilities and expressions that we can imagine. So the divine feminine is moving past the scope of what she can imagine to create something even bigger and better. Something magical. Something beautiful. And at this same time, the masculine is finally able to let go and surrender, trusting the process and allowing themselves to transition with ease and grace. I'm about to fucking cry. It's about to be story time, y'all. And I'm going to say this, I'm telling you this story because I'm not able to share this story anywhere else other than this channel, other than this space. And the whole reason I created this space 2 years ago is because I wasn't safe to speak any of my journey. For those of you who know me and know about my journey, you know that I am in a situation where it is inappropriate for me to speak to my twin flame in the 3D. it is inappropriate for me to reach out to my twin flame in the 3D, or to hope for a romantic connection with my twin flame in the 3D. And over the weekend, I had a dream about my twin flame. I was holding a photograph of him. And in the photograph, he was a young man, very young, like a boy. And he was hugging a young woman with short, curly brown hair and glasses. And they were hugging and smiling. I had never seen this woman before, but they looked really happy. And I woke up at 3 a.m. There are some other details which I will keep to myself for privacy reasons, due to individuals potentially that might be watching, and obviously for protection reasons. But there were some other details and a word that I was hearing which caused me to do some research. Anyways, I did some digging and I looked on Facebook, and come to find out, his great aunt passed away. And when I looked at her picture, it was her in the dream, but as a young woman. And it broke my heart, y'all. And I don't have dreams like that. I don't dream about deceased loved ones, not even in my own family. And I don't proclaim to be like a medium or anything like that either, y'all. So to have that dream, and I'm shaking right now telling this story. So to have that dream was it was a lot. Very emotional. Anyways, the viewing was today, and I have never sneezed so much in my life. I sneezed probably 1,000 times today, and I'm not even saying that as an exaggeration. I sneezed all day long. My eyes were watery. I've not met a single member of my twin flames family, but I felt the loss. And it's times like this that make me feel like, how could this not be real? How could this connection not be real? How could I not be connected to this man? How? I'm interested to know, for those of you who are still listening, I want to know. Please reach out to me. Please message me. Send me an email if you've had experiences like this. And for those of you who are curious, I've never even had the pleasure of touching my twin flame. We've never held hands. We've never kissed. Nothing. So if anyone is listening still at this point, and you have a prayer to spare, please send one up for me and for my twin flame. Bottom of the deck, we have prosperity. The frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. And you know, another thing too, if I didn't feel so elated this afternoon, out of nowhere, I felt really happy. I felt joyful. I felt relieved. And you know, maybe I never met her, and maybe I don't know her, but I sure as hell hope I hope that she's on our side. I hope that she is. And I hope that this symbol of prosperity is a sign for every single one of you that is watching. Prosperity. I hope that it is a sign. I hope that every single one of you watching that have been hoping for some sort of support, any one of you that have been aching in your heart or your soul, I hope that this is your sign. And this is the mutual energy for masculine and feminine. So for the month of March, no planets in retrograde, everything moving forward. Lots of positive motion, but lots of shitty things going on in the world, you guys. A lot. Really, really rough times in general. And maybe that's, oh God, I feel sick to my stomach even saying this, but maybe that's the shakeup that's needed. Maybe that is the shakeup that's needed. Because sometimes things need to get really fucking shitty and uncomfortable. For real change to happen. So let's take a look at what is going on specifically within the Divine Masculine as we move through the month of March. So in the masculine's thoughts and feelings, we have the Queen of Coins in the reverse and the Eight of Coins in the reverse. Yeah, so the masculine is literally done. Masculine is done putting in any efforts into any karmic connections. I don't really know how else to interpret that. I'm sorry, you guys. Any sort of karmic connections where they're giving all of their time and energy. They're done putting any efforts into connections where they're like pouring their finances or like, for example, I always see the Queen of Coins in the reverse as a very materialistic sort of an individual. So male, female, doesn't really matter. Queen of Coins in the reverse is someone who's really only after financial gain, okay? Someone who's really only into the physical, okay? Only into what they can get for themselves, only into looks or what they look like, okay? This is like a surface level sort of agreement. if you're with someone, or you have your person, your twin flame, if they're with someone who if they're with someone only for financial gain, or like only for appearances, they're done, okay? They're done putting in any efforts for that reason. It's a sham. It's a show. And I have a feeling also that they're tired of like busting their ass at work, or like overworking themselves and not getting anything for it. Let's clarify. Yeah, 5 of Wands. It's been a serious struggle, okay? And look at this. Look at these 2 hearts on the opposite side of these wands. Like, these wands are keeping these 2 hearts apart. The arrows are pointing towards each other, but it's impossible for them to reach one another because all these wands are in the way. The masculines are tired of allowing all of this conflict to stand in the way of what their heart truly wants. Okay? It's enough. Enough is enough. They're tired of the struggle. They realize it's time for them to surrender. They're done with the arguments. They're done with the fighting, the struggling. And I feel like a lot of these masculines have been busting their asses to put money into these karmic partners' pockets and not seeing anything for it. They have nothing to show for it. How are the masculines viewing the feminines at this time, please? How are the masculines viewing the feminine? 3 of Swords in the reverse, and the Hierophant. So they're watching the feminines healing from this heartbreak and separation. They know that the feminines have spent a long time just sad, grieving. They've watched the feminine sit back, viewing them in their sham of a marriage, in their sham of a connection, watching them commit to some sort of whatever, okay? It doesn't have to be a marriage. Could be, a commitment to some sort of religious beliefs or family tradition. Whatever it is specifically in your situation, the Hierophant can represent many different things. But the masculine is viewing the feminine also as ready to commit, ready to also ascend in their own spirituality, ready to be serious. They're also viewing the feminine as marriage material. So they know that they've put the feminine in this situation of needing to heal. What actions are they planning on taking? Oop. The Lovers. So they know they need to make a choice. I have a feeling that this masculine is going to choose love, okay? Not to be corny, but I have a feeling they're going to choose love. They know that this is a divinely guided connection. They've always known this. Let's clarify. Four of Swords. Yeah, they know that they need to heal this connection. And Four of Swords also represents surrender, which goes back to this transition card, talking about surrendering to the process and healing. They know they need to heal this connection with the feminine. Choosing the one that they've always been guided towards. Going back to these 2 hearts right here. What is their desired outcome? What is their desired outcome? The Two of Wands. Yes, their desired outcome is to plan for the future. They've already made their decision. And I love how these bricks are here. It's like they want to start building the bricks for their future. This is planning the future, taking those steps, taking action. What is their challenge? Seven of Wands and Justice. Yeah, their challenge is fighting for their justice. Fighting for what's right. Taking a stand. Fighting for this divorce, perhaps. Separation. For some of you, your masculine is up against a really tough karmic partner, okay? For some of you, your karmic partner that they're up against could be in the legal system, all right? There could be a legal battle up ahead for them because this is warrior's pose. They could quite literally be preparing for battle up against a karmic partner, getting ready for a really messy divorce or separation, okay? That is their challenge. So let's talk a little bit more about what's going behind the scenes. Anything else behind the scenes that we need to know about? Nine of Coins. They're working on it though. They are really working on it. This masculine is heading towards their independence. This could be them behind the scenes stacking up their coin. Even though they could be preparing for battle or going through a divorce, behind the scenes, they could be saving up their money, working on their independence, maybe opening up their own bank account. This could be them even purchasing their own home or doing something to establish their independence and freedom away from this karmic partner, separating themselves. This is also a card of becoming single. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So this divine masculine is no longer confused about what they want to do. They're no longer overwhelmed. They know what they want. This is Seven of Cups is a card of needing to make a decision. They've already made this decision with the Two of Wands. They already know what they want. So I have a feeling too with the Seven of Cups, this is a card of dreams and fantasies. It's also strong Pisces energy. So, maybe coming into Pisces season with, again, all these planets coming out of retrograde, astrologically, this could have been the push that the divine masculine needed to come out of that fog that they were in, okay? So let's also clarify a little bit about what's going on in this divine masculine's external situation, any additional information that we can get about what's going on. Oops. The Hermit and the Broomstick. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, solitude, guidance, introspection, spiritual awakening. Yeah, like I said, coming out of that fog. So whoever this person is, they spent a lot of time in solitude. Okay, going through a spiritual awakening, enlightening, self-reflecting, soul-searching. And the Broomstick is talking about sweeping away issues and clearing old energy. Escaping, okay, cleaning, clearing out old energy, clearing out old energy. And I think about the broomstick, which is making me think of a witch. Okay, so not trying to put a negative connotation on witches or anything, but obviously we're talking about the karmic partner here, but clearing away old energy. Maybe this karmic partner could be a real bitch, okay? Trying to figure out a way to sweep away this person and get them out of their energy. So let's talk about the feminine. What's going on with divine feminine right now? What are they currently thinking and feeling for the month of March, please? Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Wow. So divine feminine is stacking her own coin, okay? Finding stability within herself. Wifey, being a good mom, businesswoman, taking care of the house and the finances. This is someone very stable and secure in herself. Okay, this is not the reverse mode. This isn't someone who is only concerned about the materialistic things in life. This is someone who is kind and nurturing, all right? So the divine feminine is doing what she needs to do. And for those of you divine feminines who are watching, not only doing what you need to do for yourself, but also, like I said, for your children, if you have children. So let's move right along. Thoughts and feelings. Anything else for thoughts and feelings? You know, could be you knowing like that it's time for you to get your house in order, right? Getting your house in order. King of Wands. So this could be you trying to manifest King Dang-a-lang, right? Manifesting a conscious lover, manifesting someone who is going to come in and be that person, right? Manifesting your divine masculine. This could also be talking about that magic we were talking about before. Taking control, taking action, manifesting all of your desires into your environment. Okay, King of Wands makes things happen. They know what they want. They charge forward without fear. And then we have the Six of Cups. So divine feminines, you could also be reminiscing about the past, feeling very nostalgic. And this is also talking about a past life connection. Okay. So, you know, if you have been, you know, really thinking about the past and reflecting about your connection with the divine masculine, feeling those feelings, all right? That is exactly what's going on here. And then look at that. We have the Five of Wands. Same energy popped up here for the masculine. Five of Wands talks about conflict, but notice it's on the bottom of the deck. So that could be an extension of the Six of Cups. This could be kind of a reverberating energy. Sorry, I kind of stuttered there, but a reverberating energy reflecting on what kept the two of you apart. That conflict, okay? That conflict. And maybe there was no conflict between you and your divine masculine. Maybe you're reflecting on the conflict between your divine masculine and their karmic partner. Okay, whatever the conflict was, it was there. Okay. How are you viewing the divine masculine, or how is the divine feminine viewing divine masculine at this time? No, we did not get the Lovers again, and in the reverse. So I kind of feel as if the feminine is looking at the masculine and wondering, like, is this for real or is it not? You know, wondering, like, why would I be divinely guided towards someone if they're not for me, right? Wondering, is this for real? Why would God lead me to someone who isn't for me? Am I to keep choosing this person who keeps not choosing me? It's like that confusing part of the journey where you keep looking at this person who you keep being guided towards. You keep being reminded of this person. You keep reflecting on this person. You keep having these feelings for this person. You keep feeling tied to this person. But then maybe having that confusion of wondering for what? Right? Maybe not getting the answers that you need, or not understanding why you're being guided to this person. Maybe you're at that part of the journey, divine feminine, where you're being guided, but you're not sure why, or you're not getting all of the answers just yet. Okay, so talking about making that magic and seeing beyond the scope of this moment, right? Of the unsurety of what you can perceive right now, and trusting that there's more beyond that, right? More beyond what you're capable of seeing right now, right? Which is I don't know, and harnessing this right here, this Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands energy, and trusting that there's more to it, okay? Maybe that is what Spirit is trying to tell you and trying to help you see. Let's continue. And you know what's crazy is right underneath the deck as well, we have the Justice card. So again, maybe Spirit is trying to help you and encourage you in saying that justice will be served, okay? Not every part of the journey is going to be visible to you at every single point in time that you want it to be. Okay, not every part of the journey is going to be readily accessible to you, because not every part of the journey is up to you, right? Because parts of the journey are actually up to the Divine Masculine, right? There are lessons that the Divine Masculine has to learn and things that they have to go through, parts of the puzzle that they need to complete that you won't get until they do their part. Okay, so let's continue. What actions are you planning on taking, or what likely actions will you take in the month of March based on this current energy? And I say you, assuming that you are the Divine Feminine watching. 5 of Swords. Interesting. So typically, this is not typically what I hear or see when I see this card, but the phrase I just heard was cutting your losses. So Divine Feminine, the likely actions that you'll be taking in the month of March, based on this current energy, is cutting your losses. Interesting. Cutting your losses. I'm not even going to go any further. I'm just going to ask for one card of clarity, and then I'm going to elaborate based on that card. The Knight of... Wait. This is the Page of Wands. Just kidding. Page of Wands. Cutting your losses. Page of Wands. So, focusing on creating something new. So, regardless of what didn't work out, okay? So, I see the 5 of Swords as like a petty energy, right? Petty arguments, or like winning at all costs. Just kind of like a stank energy. But with the Page of Wands next to it, and cutting your losses was the phrase that I heard. It's almost like Spirit is saying, like, no matter how you might feel, like maybe you might feel like you got stabbed in the back, Feminine, or you might feel like someone got a leg up on you in this situation, or maybe you might even feel like people are talking about you behind your back, or like the joke was on you in this situation. But you know what, Feminine? It's not, because you're the one that got out. Okay, you're the one that's capable of creating something new here in this situation. And you see this person here, how they're kind of like thinking? There's a creative energy here that you're allowed to run with, okay? You're the one here that's capable of creation. You are the Divine Feminine. So it's time to cut your losses and create something new. You're the one with the creative potential here, and you're capable of creating magic. So it's time to start thinking outside the box and using this energy to cut your losses in the situation. Stop worrying about what is or isn't and focus on you. Focus on your ability to create something new. That's what I'm getting. So what is your desired outcome in this situation? 5 of Cups and the and Temperance in the reverse. So 5 of Cups is realizing that you've spent enough time crying over spilled milk. Realizing that whilst it's okay to grieve, and whilst it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to feel your feelings, that all is not lost. There is still an opportunity for union, okay? There's still an opportunity for there to be true connection here. All is not lost. You can cut your losses without everything being lost, feminine. And with this Temperance card here showing up in the reverse, I kind of feel like Spirit's telling you, like, don't give up. Okay? Divine timing is divine timing. Just because it doesn't show up when you want it to doesn't mean it's not going to show up. So don't give up. Divine timing doesn't show up on your watch. So this could also be telling you that your desired outcome is to stop like being patient. Like you're done waiting, basically. You're done crying about it. You're done waiting for it. You're done grieving. You're ready to come into union. You're tired of waiting. Okay. And I understand that. But like I said, divine timing is divine timing. You don't get to decide. And something else I was talking to a friend about today is we have to be careful about contradicting ourselves when we're asking for things, right? When we're trying to manifest things, because we ask for, or we try to manifest our twin flame coming back into our life while also asking for what we deserve, right? So we want our twin flame to come to us in their highest vibration, but then we also want them to show up right now. Well, but if we want them to show up right now, but what if they're not in their highest vibration? How can they show up right now? It's one of those things. Sometimes we just have to trust and have faith, and it's so hard to do that. But we just do. We have to. We have to trust that it's going to unfold at just the right time, okay? It's so much easier to say than to actually do. And I feel like I'm preaching to the choir right now. But it is. It's just one of those things. You just have to have faith. You have to. Because if you don't, then you're just going to end up on that hamster wheel that I've ended up on so many times. The hamster wheel of questioning and wondering and crying and praying, and it's awful. It never, ever, ever ends. And sometimes I feel like it would be easier to just throw away the whole journey, right? But at the end of the day, as much as I hate it, I also love it. And I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't wish it on anyone, but I also wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. And it's one of those like catch-22, double-edged sword, like damned if you do, damned if you don't. And for those of you who are still listening, you know what I'm talking about. So anyways, when y'all get hit in the face with the Temperance card, you already know. So let's go ahead and get one more card and see what's going on. What's the challenge? Actually, challenge and behind the scenes. 2 more cards. What's the challenge for the feminine? the challenge is the Eight of Cups. So on some level, the challenge is walking away from what no longer serves. So feminine, what is something or someone that is no longer serving in your own life that you need to walk away from? Because for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, there's something in your own life that's lingering that you need to walk away from. This could even just be a mentality, okay? This could be a habit. This could be a person. This could be anything, okay? There's something that's lingering that's not making you very happy right now that you need to walk away from. That's the challenge. Anything that's not fulfilling. By walking away from that, you'll be freeing up the space in your environment to allow your manifestations to take place. In order to create magic, you need to have the space to do so. If you're allowing things that you know aren't serving you to fester in your environment, how are you going to create something better? Okay? How are you going to create something better? And that could be exactly what this message is here with the Five of Swords and the Page of Wands. It could be Spirit telling you that you're on the precipice of creating something great, and it's time for you to cut your losses. And 86, whatever it is, only you'll know, so that you can create the space to welcome this new thing in, okay? So what's going on behind the scenes? Anything we need to know about that for the feminine? Behind the scenes, we have the Four of Wands in the reverse. So for some of you, this could involve a connection that you're involved in that's just quite literally unstable, okay? So for some of you, this could quite literally be a relationship that you're trying to hold on to that's unstable, okay? So for some of you, not all of you, you could be in a relationship that you're trying to hold on to, and the reason that your masculine is in the situation that they're in is because you're also in a situation that you know you shouldn't be in, okay? And again, it doesn't have to be romantic, but it could be, okay? So Four of Wands in the reverse, there's an unstable situation going on here that needs to be 86th, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have the Moon. So we have the Pisces New Moon coming up, and like I said, right now is the time. Right before this new moon there's never been a better time for you to banish or release, let go of whatever said thing is. The moon is all about secrets being revealed, emotions coming to the surface, illusions being, or the veil being lifted from illusions, fears coming to the surface as well, or fears being exposed. The moon symbolizing emotions, feelings. So, if you are feeling extra emotional right now, feminine, about said situation, then now might be a very good time for you to be extra honest about what's really going on below the surface and be willing to let go and release any of these things down here, okay? So that you can actually create this magic, all right? So, let's get some clarity on your external situation, feminine, and then we're going to get some advice from the angels of Atlantis, and we'll move on to the messages from the divine feminine and divine masculine energy oracles. Oh my God, we have a lot coming out. So we have the potion, magic, magic, alchemy, cure, healing, transformation, love spell, medicine, poison, and illusion. So the potion in the Once Upon a Time show, which is what these cards are based off of. If you enjoy Oracle decks, you can purchase my Oracle deck on makeplayingcards.com. I'm still running the 20% off of all of my decks right now, so that link is down below. But the potion was made from Prince Charming and Snow White's hairs. It is the potion of true love. And I feel like this card is coming out in your external situation because this is the energy that you're trying to manifest right now. Okay, I think that this potion symbolizes everything you're trying to create. You're trying to create true love in your environment. Okay, you're trying to create pure magic. And I think there's something to be said about alchemy too, talking about temperance. And the fact that things are taking so long, and maybe the fact that you're confused as to why things aren't manifesting and holding on to things that you know you shouldn't. Things are happening slowly because you're holding on to said thing, whatever said thing is. We talked about the whole contradictory energy. We also have the tattoo, talking about creativity, individualism, personality, going back to this whole Page of Wands energy. In order for you to be this King of Wands and truly take action, you have to cut your losses, feminine. You have to put behind you any of this sort of petty energy of holding on to the past. Stop worrying about what anyone thinks of you. Be creative. Understand that you are nothing like anyone else, okay? You are completely different. You are an individual unlike any other. We also have the spell book, intention, will. Again, more magic, energy, manifestation, knowledge, recipes, creation. So we have two cards of that same energy popping up, talking about magic. Spirit's telling you in your external environment, this is what you are focused on. You're focused on creating a new beginning. We have the Fool. More energy of creativity, new beginnings, clarity of purpose. Okay? This is what you're all about right now, feminine. Creating a new beginning, having to do with true love, magic. And look at that, you guys. The mutual energy for the twins is the bridge. Communication and union. Connection between realms, a passage to reality. So I have a feeling in March, a lot of you could be actually having physical communication. Maybe even traveling to see one another. And overcoming obstacles. That's a really good omen. So let's get some advice overall for the twins from the Angels of Atlantis by Stuart Pierce. Let's see what the angels would like to say for the overall advice. Oop, one of them flipped over. Wait a minute. Where did you go? Oh, hold on now. I could have sworn. Oh, there it is. Gratitude. Archangel Zadkiel. Okay, lots of green energy. And you know what? This reminds me of like a cornucopia, making me think of the energy of prosperity and abundance. See all these colors? Reminds me of that card that we drew at the beginning. So let's see what Archangel Zadkiel has to say. You've chosen this card to remind you of the bounty recently received and how important it is to be grateful for gifts. In truth, our planet is filled with such fruits of grace. if we allow ourselves to see them. Zadkiel teaches us to open our hearts and to reveal generosity and kindness to others. There is no scarcity in the place of ultimate well-being and joy we know as the source. Loss is only a condition created on planet Earth and our constant desire to possess more. Therefore, allow your own gifts to inform others on your path, bestowing the refined sense of joy wherever you are. Chant Ah to release the conviction of love from your heart chakra. And you know, speaking of gratitude, it is so important to be grateful for your manifestations as if you've already received them. And speaking of being grateful, you guys, you know, all of these petty things that we consider grievances in our world. Like I said earlier, when we have so many shitty things happening in our world right now, speaking of like putting up prayers to the universe, this is not a political channel at all, and I really, really refrain so hard from mentioning any sort of politics. And you know, a lot of spiritual channels and tarot channels like to add things like that into their content, and I really, really try to refrain from doing that. Even on my own personal social media, I don't like to talk about that stuff because I just don't like doing it. Basically because I'm just a non-confrontational person. I don't like getting into arguments on social media with people. But for those of you who are listening, please put up your prayers for Ukraine. Please put up your prayers for all the children out there who are struggling. It is really, really sad what's going on in the world right now. And I know that is just only one small thing compared to the atrocity of and magnitude of things that are going on in the world right now. But yeah. Anyways, like I said, speaking of gratitude, like I'm so grateful that me and my kids like have warm beds to sleep in and food and little things like that, when there are children and families sleeping in abandoned subways and like just awful things that are happening right now. Like just, I can't even fathom. So anyways, like I said, not a political channel or rant, just like I said, anyone listening, just please light a candle, say a prayer, support in any way you can, in any way that makes you feel comfortable. And yeah, show gratitude in any way that you can for anything that you have, because there are so many others out there who don't have. So anyways, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into the Divine Feminine Energy Oracle. Once again, these decks can be purchased on my makeplayingcards.com shop. So let's see what the Divine Feminine has to say to the masculine at this time. And again, speaking of gratitude, as far as the twin flame journey is concerned, being grateful for the hard times on the journey, being grateful for the confusion and the times of doubt and even the crappy times, because someday it will make sense. Having faith and knowing that all of the confusion and all of the times when you might think like, how, like why, one day it will make sense. It will. One more. So first we have 1111. I will always wish for you. So true. Every every eyelash, every wishbone, every hair, every feather, everything. I will always wish for you. What is mine can never be taken from me. Exactly. What is meant for you will never pass you by. I am ascending into the 5D and beyond. Feminines, yes. I am on a journey of self-discovery. Beautiful. I am beautiful inside and out. I am not my body. I am not my mind. I am my soul. So yeah, absolutely. Recognizing that you are not an external being. You are a soul. And I am love. Yes, you are love. That is the source of what you are, feminine and masculine. So let's see what the Divine Masculine has to say to the feminine at this time and for the month of March. I love that. I want to start over the right way. And that's really great energy, you know? I really like that. Wanting to start over the right way. Not wanting to come in any half-assed sort of energy. That's important. I'm working on balancing my shadow side. That's also really important. I find strength in vulnerability. Working through their emotions. 888, abundance is mine and my karma is paid in kind. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of cards that came out, like too much. Like what's going on over here? Your light still amazes me. How could I not love you? I am awake. Oh my goodness. Distance was necessary for me to find myself. I have never experienced a connection like this. I sleep to dream of your beautiful face. I didn't know what you meant to me until you were gone. Your eyes are the window to my soul. And I'm working on my stability. Yeah, absolutely. Those are some great messages, you guys. I feel like this masculine is on the right track. And I feel like this was a really positive reading. A lot of really great messages. For those of you who are still listening, I'm not going to be doing an extended message this week as I am, like I said, getting over a cold. I'm really drained after this reading, and I'm actually going to head straight to bed. But I will be doing a Pisces New Moon reading for tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And then I will also be getting to the Intimate Extended bonus readings for Capricorn and Aquarius. So stay tuned for those two readings, and then also your Pisces season readings coming up next week. Other than that, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I know it was a little bit long and a little emotional, but I'm not sure what else to expect throughout Pisces season. Be prepared for some more tears. Anyways, you guys, I love you so much, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.